Welcome back to Z Coins. Today, we're talking about a dime, a simple 10-cent coin that could make you a millionaire. That's right. There's a rare error version of the 1975 Roosevelt Dime, which has skyrocketed in value, selling for a jaw-dropping $1.9 million. Let's dive into the story behind this rare gem. In 1975, the U.S. Mint produced millions of dimes, but there's a catch. Most of these dimes were struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Philadelphia mint coins typically don't have a mint mark, but dimes from San Francisco usually carry an S mint mark. But in a strange twist, a very small number of dimes minted in San Francisco in 1975 left the mint without the S mint mark. This mistake occurred in the proof sets, special coins created for collectors. And it's this minting error that has turned a 10-cent coin into a multi-million-dollar treasure. So why is this particular 1975 no S mint mark dime so valuable? Well, it all comes down to rarity. Only 2 examples of this error coin are known to exist in the entire world. 2. That makes it one of the rarest dimes in U.S. history. Rarity is king in the world of coin collecting. The fewer examples of a coin that exist, the more collectors are willing to pay for it. And with only 2 1975 no-S dimes confirmed, the demand far exceeds the supply, pushing its value into the millions. To understand how this error happened, we need to take a quick look at how proof coins are made. Proof coins are struck multiple times using specially prepared dies, giving them a sharp and polished appearance. These coins are meant for collectors and are usually produced with great care to ensure that they're perfect. Each proof coin struck at the San Francisco Mint in 1975 should have carried the S Mint mark. But somehow, in the production of a few proof sets, the die without the mint mark was used, and the coins were released into the wild. Let's talk about some of the jaw-dropping prices this rare dime has sold for over the years. The first known 1975 no-S proof dime was discovered in the 1970s, and it quickly became a sensation in the coin collecting world. One of these dimes sold in 2011 for $350,000, but the prices have only gone up since then. In 2022, one of the 2 known dimes sold for an eye-popping $1.9 million at a prestigious coin auction. That's nearly $2 million for a dime. So how can you tell if you have a 1975 no-S dime sitting in your collection? First, you need to check if the dime is a proof coin. Proof coins have a mirror-like finish and sharper details compared to regular circulation coins. Next, look closely at the coin. A regular proof dime from 1975 will have a small S mint mark just above the date. But if your dime has no mint mark at all, you might be holding the rare no-S proof dime. Remember, this coin is extremely rare, and only proof dimes from special sets are known to have this error, so don't expect to find it in your pocket change. But hey, you never know. As of today, the 1975 no-S mint mark dime is valued at around $1.9 million, but experts believe its price could climb even higher. With only 2 known examples and a growing interest in coin collecting, who knows where the value could go? The demand for error coins is on the rise, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces like this. If another example were to be discovered, it would be headline news, and it could spark a new wave of interest in U.S. mint error coins. If you're not already a coin collector, now is a great time to get started. You don't need to find $1 million dime to enjoy the hobby. Coin collecting is a fun way to explore history, art, and culture, all through the lens of the coins we use every day. There are plenty of resources out there to help you get started, from coin shows and clubs to online marketplaces. Who knows? Maybe you'll discover the next big error coin. So, could you have the 1975 no-S mint mark dime hiding in your collection? It's unlikely, but it's not impossible. If you have a proof set from 1975, Give it a close look and make sure to check for that missing mint mark. You might just strike gold, or in this case, platinum. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and you're going to want to stick around because we're talking about a coin that could make you rich. That's right, the 1977 D Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin, a coin that's valued at an eye-popping $1.8 million in today's market. We're going to explore the history, the rarity, and how this seemingly simple coin ended up being worth so much money. If you're a coin collector, or just someone with an interest in rare and valuable items, you won't want to miss this. And who knows, you might just have one of these hidden in your collection. To understand the incredible value of the 1977 D Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin, we need to go back to the basics of how coins are made in the United States. Every year, the U.S. Mint produces billions of coins, from pennies to quarters, and each of these coins has a mint mark indicating where it was produced. Now, let's talk about the 1977 Denver Mint. The D Mint mark means the coin was produced at the Denver Mint in Colorado. But here's where things get interesting. A certain number of coins from this year came out with a unique error. A 1 cent coin struck on a dime planchet. A planchet, by the way, is the blank metal disc that eventually gets stamped with the coin's design. That's right. This coin is a fascinating mint error. The 1 cent coin design, normally found on pennies, was accidentally stamped on the thinner, smaller dime planchet. This type of mint error is what makes this coin so rare. And as we know, rarity equals value. So how did this error happen? Well, mistakes like this aren't completely unheard of. With the massive number of coins being minted each day, sometimes the wrong planchet makes its way into the machine, and it gets stamped with the wrong denomination. It's a simple mix-up, but it results in a completely unique coin. Normally, pennies are made of copper-coated zinc, and they're larger and thicker than dimes. But in the case of the 1977 D penny dime hybrid, the coin was struck on a dime-sized planchet, meaning it's smaller and lighter than your standard penny. These kinds of mistakes often go unnoticed for years, but once collectors and coin experts get wind of them, they become hot commodities in the coin market. In this case, the 1977 D penny struck on a dime planchet is one of the rarest mint errors ever discovered. So, what makes this particular coin worth a staggering $1.8 million? The value comes down to several key factors: rarity, demand, and condition. First, let's talk about rarity. Only a handful of these 1977 D penny dime hybrids have ever been found. When it comes to mint errors, rarity is king, and the fewer there are, the higher the price goes. Second is the demand from collectors. Mint errors, especially significant ones like this, are highly sought after by serious collectors. The more collectors want a particular coin, the higher the price they're willing to pay. Finally, condition plays a huge role. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by agencies, like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A higher grade means a coin is in better condition, and the better the condition, the more valuable it becomes. Some of the few known examples of the 1977 D penny dime hybrid have been found in excellent condition, pushing their value into the millions. And if that weren't enough, this coin is not just a novelty. It's a true historical artifact, representing a once-in-a-lifetime mistake by the U.S. Mint. Section 4. How to identify a 1977 D Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these rare coins? Well, let's go over the identifying features of the 1977 D penny dime era coin. First, check the size and weight. A standard penny weighs about 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters, whereas a dime weighs 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. If your coin feels smaller or lighter than a normal penny, you might have something special. Next, look for the design. The coin will still have the traditional Lincoln penny design on both sides, but it will be noticeably smaller than a standard penny. Also, keep an eye out for the D Mint mark, indicating it was made at the Denver Mint. Finally, if you think you have one of these coins, get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll be able to tell you for sure if your coin is the real deal and how much it's worth. Now, let's talk about the current market value of this extraordinary coin. As of today, the 1977 D Mint Mark Penny Dime Hybrid is valued at around $1.8 million. This price was set based on recent auctions and private sales, where collectors have paid top dollar for this unique piece of numismatic history. In fact, in 2023, one of these coins sold at auction for a record $1.75 million, setting the stage for its current valuation. And as demand continues to rise, we could see that number go even higher in the coming years. If you happen to have one of these coins, you could be sitting on a literal goldmine. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1977 D Mint Mark I cent dime coin, a true rarity in the world of coins. From its humble beginnings at the Denver Mint to becoming a $1.8 million treasure, this coin is a perfect example of how even the smallest mistakes can turn into something extraordinary. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of collectibles. Who knows, maybe your next coin could be worth a fortune. That's right. In the world of coin collectors, one particular coin from 1983 has become a legendary and highly sought-after piece. And it's not just any ordinary dime. This is a 1983 P Mint Mark I cent dime, a rare and mysterious error coin that has stunned experts and collectors alike. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating story behind this coin, why it's so valuable, and the history that makes it a true treasure in the numismatic world. So buckle up. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this coin is worth so much, how it became such a rarity, and what it could mean if you ever stumble upon one. Let's dive into the world of the 1983 P Mint Mark dime and find out how it became a $1 million coin. Our story begins in 1983 at the Philadelphia Mint, where millions of dimes were being struck for everyday circulation. Like most dimes from the 1980s, these coins were made of a copper-nickel composition, designed for use by the public. However, something extraordinary happened with a select few coins. One of these dimes was mistakenly minted on a cent planchet, that is, a blank intended for a 1-cent coin or Lincoln cent. This resulted in an extremely rare error coin that slipped through quality control and entered circulation. But what exactly is an error coin? Error coins are coins that have been misprinted or struck incorrectly, making them stand out from the rest. Some of these errors are small and barely noticeable, while others, like the 1983 P Mint Mark I cent dime, are major mistakes that drastically affect the coin's size, weight, and overall appearance. What makes this particular error even more fascinating is its P Mint mark, which signifies that it was minted in Philadelphia. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint do not usually carry a mint mark unless produced during special occasions. The 1983 P Mint Mark I cent dime, however, has become a symbol of this remarkable mistake. So how did a dime get struck on a cent planchet? Typically, each coin has a designated planchet or blank that is specifically prepared for its size, weight, and composition. The Lincoln cent, for instance, is smaller in diameter and made from a different metal than the Roosevelt dime. However, in some rare cases, a mistake can occur at the mint. A cent planchet might accidentally be fed into the presses meant for striking dimes. What results is an error coin that isn't the right size, metal, or weight for the denomination. It's smaller than a dime and is missing crucial details because the design wasn't meant to be struck on that specific blank. This type of mistake is incredibly rare, which is part of the reason why the 1983 P Mint Mark I cent dime is so valuable. Only a very limited number of these coins were ever created, and even fewer made it into circulation. The 1983 P-Mint Mark 1 cent dime didn't immediately make waves when it was minted. In fact, most people who encountered the coin likely didn't even realize they were holding something special. It wasn't until years later, when era coin collectors and experts began discovering these dimes, that their true value became apparent. There are only a few known examples of this era coin in existence, which makes it one of the rarest U.S. coins out there. To date, less than 10 authenticated examples have surfaced, and it's likely that even fewer are in pristine condition. Era coins like this are highly prized by collectors, not only because they are rare, but because they represent unique moments in minting history. They are essentially mistakes that should have never happened, yet somehow they did, and that gives them a special place in the hearts of numismatists. In 2023, the coin world was rocked when a 1983 P-Mint Mark 1 cent dime sold at auction for an eye-popping $1.7 million. This sale set a record for an era coin and solidified this particular dime as one of the most valuable era coins ever to be discovered. So why is it worth so much? The key factors driving its value are rarity, condition, and historical significance. There are so few examples of this coin in the world that collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts to own one. Additionally, coins like these tend to appreciate in value over time, because their rarity will never change, and demand for them only grows as more collectors enter the market. Finally, the coin's condition plays a huge role in its valuation. The $1.7 million coin was in exceptional condition, known in the coin collecting world as MS-67. This means it was in almost perfect mint state condition, which dramatically increases its worth. Now, you might be wondering, could I have one of these rare 1983 P-Mint Mark 1 cent dimes sitting in my piggy bank or coin jar? The short answer is, it's possible, but extremely unlikely. However, it doesn't hurt to check. Here are some key features to look for if you're searching for this rare coin. The date. The coin must be dated 1983. P-Mint Mark. Look for the P-Mint mark on the front, indicating it was struck in Philadelphia. Size and weight. It will be smaller than a typical dime, as it was struck on a cent planchet. Strange appearance. The design will likely be incomplete or look off because the wrong metal blank was used. If you do find a coin that matches these criteria, it could be worth having it examined by a professional coin grading service to verify its authenticity. Who knows? You might just be holding $1 million treasure. Of coin collecting continues to grow. Era coins, like the 1983 P-Mint Mark 1 cent dime, will only become more valuable. Their rarity and historical importance make them the crown jewels of any collection, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the opportunity to own one. If you're interested in numismatics, or are simply fascinated by the strange and wonderful mistakes in minting history, era coins are definitely worth keeping an eye on. While the odds of finding $1 million coin in your spare change are slim, the possibility still excites collectors all around the world. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically one that has taken collectors by storm: the 1984 P-Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin. Yes, you heard that right, a 1 cent dime. And here's the kicker: it's worth an astonishing $1.6 million. Stick around to learn about the history behind this era coin, what makes it so valuable, and how you might just stumble upon a small fortune in your pocket change. Let's get into it. So, what exactly is this 1984 P-Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin, and why is it so special? To start, let's clarify something. It's actually a dime that bears a penny impression, or in other words, a minting error. And this particular era coin is so rare, it's now valued at $1.6 million on the market. But how did this mistake happen? In the world of coin minting, errors can occur when something goes wrong with the dies, the tools used to stamp designs onto metal blanks. In 1984, at the Philadelphia Mint, a mix-up happened where a copper penny planchet which is a blank coin ready for stamping, was accidentally struck with a dime die, producing this unique error coin. To truly appreciate this coin's value, we need to look back at the history of the Philadelphia Mint itself. Established in 1792, the Philadelphia Mint is the oldest coin-producing mint in the United States. Over the years, it has produced billions of coins, but mistakes like this one are what make collectors go crazy. In fact, error coins have been around for as long as coins themselves, but it's their rarity and uniqueness that drive up the value. In the case of this 1984 error coin, it's likely that a penny blank accidentally got mixed in with the dimes, leading to this incredibly rare mistake. It's known as a wrong planchet error, which happens when a coin is struck with a blank from a different denomination. In this case, the penny blank was struck with the dime's design, creating this one-of-a-kind collectible. So the big question, why is this coin valued at a whopping $1.6 million? It comes down to a few key factors: rarity, demand, and condition. First, the rarity. As of now, only one known example of this error has been discovered, making it a one-of-one collector's dream. Rarity in the coin world can drive prices into the millions. Second, there's the demand. Error coins are highly sought after by serious collectors. These individuals are often willing to spend a fortune for a piece of numismatic history, and this coin represents just that. Another factor that determines the value is condition. This coin has been graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, one of the most trusted coin grading agencies, as being in superb condition. High-grade coins, especially error coins, fetch significantly more than those in poor condition. To give you some perspective, an average dime from 1984, even in great condition, is worth no more than 10 to 20 cents. But an error coin like this, with an impressive grade, can climb to insane values. Error coins are a huge part of the coin collecting world, and the 1984 P Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin is one of the crown jewels in that category. Coin errors can range from off-center strikes to double die errors, and even coins struck on wrong planchets like this one. Each type of error offers something unique and tells a story about the minting process. For example, off-center coins, where the design is not fully struck, or double die coins, where a coin shows a doubled image, are considered valuable by collectors. But nothing beats a wrong planchet error for sheer rarity. Now, you're probably wondering, can you find one of these error coins? Well, it's highly unlikely, but hey, that's the thrill of the hunt, right? The one known 1984 P1 cent dime coin was discovered purely by accident, and there's always a possibility that another one could be out there. If you're a coin enthusiast or just love the idea of striking it rich, it's always worth checking your change or visiting local coin shops. You never know when lightning might strike twice. Let's talk about its current market value. As of now, the 1984 P Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin has been sold at auction for a staggering $1.6 million. The auction scene for rare coins is incredibly competitive, and when a one-of-a-kind item like this appears, it attracts high-profile collectors from all over the world. While this particular coin has reached $1.6 million, who knows where the value could go in the future? As long as demand for error coins remains high, we could see even more record-breaking prices in the years to come. So, if you're a coin collector or someone who's just starting out, what can you do to increase your chances of finding rare coins like this one? Here are a few tips. First, always check your change. You'd be surprised how often rare coins end up in circulation. Second, get yourself a good magnifying glass and a coin guidebook. These tools will help you identify potential error coins. Third, consider investing in a metal detector and searching historical sites where coins may have been lost or buried over the years. And that's the incredible story of the 1984 P Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin, valued at a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. The combination of a minting error, rarity, and high demand has made this coin one of the most valuable in the world today. So keep your eyes peeled, and who knows? You might just be the next person to find a treasure hiding in plain sight. Video, where we unravel the history, the mystery, and the mind-blowing value of the 1989 P Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin. The United States Mint has been producing coins for over 2 centuries, but every now and then, something truly unique makes its way into circulation. Today, we're talking about one of the most fascinating and rarest coins that's captured the attention of collectors worldwide, the 1989 P Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin. So, let's start at the beginning. The coin we're discussing today is an anomaly, a genuine minting error. Officially, the U.S. Mint produced number 1 cent pieces with a P Mint mark in 1989. But what we have here is a fascinating combination of a 1 cent coin that carries the P Mint mark, typically reserved for Philadelphia minted dimes. 1989 was an ordinary year for the U.S. Mint. The penny, made primarily of copper-plated zinc, and the dime, made of a copper-nickel blend, were being churned out in the millions. But something extraordinary happened in Philadelphia's minting presses. A mix-up occurred, and this resulted in a coin with the characteristics of a penny but marked with a P Mint mark, which should never have appeared on a 1 cent coin. Narrator. Minting errors are not entirely uncommon. There are plenty of examples, like double strikes, off-center coins, or even blank planchets. But the 1989 P Mint mark coin is special because it involves an entirely incorrect denomination being stamped. At the Mint, coins are struck with extreme precision, but mistakes can happen, particularly when dies are improperly mixed. In this case, it appears that a penny planchet, the blank metal disc used to strike a coin, was paired with a die mint for a dime. And to make matters more intriguing, it was stamped with a P Mint mark, which is never used for pennies, but always used for Philadelphia dimes. Narrator. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this coin worth $1.5 million? Well, it's the combination of extreme rarity and collector demand. Coins with minting errors are often sought after by collectors, but not all errors are created equal. The 1989 P Mint Mark 1 cent coin is a true one of a kind, and coins like these are often considered holy grails in numismatics. This coin is believed to be the only one of its kind, and it's in remarkably pristine condition. Rarity is the number one factor driving its astronomical value. A coin like this transcends its face value. It becomes a piece of history, a work of art, and a prized possession for any serious collector. Narrator. Fast forward to today, and this coin's value has soared to an estimated $1.5 million. But why? It's all about supply and demand. There is only one known example of this 1989 P Mint Mark 1 cent coin, and it has captured the imagination of collectors, historians, and even investors. In the world of coin collecting, provenance, condition, and rarity are everything. This particular coin is in such flawless condition that it has been graded by professional grading services as near perfect. Combine that with its unique minting error, and you've got the perfect storm for a record-breaking sale. Narrator. As of 2024, experts believe the value of this coin could reach as high as $1.5 million, based on its rarity and the excitement in the collecting community. But is this price realistic? Absolutely. The coin market has seen an increase in prices for rare errors like this, especially as new collectors enter the market. Investment in rare coins has become more than just a hobby. It's now considered a serious asset class, alongside fine art and luxury watches. Mark errors are rare, but they aren't entirely unheard of. Over the years, other famous examples have included the 1922 No D Lincoln cent and the 1955 double die penny. However, what makes the 1989 P Mint Mark coin so unique is that it involves both a denomination error and an incorrect mint mark, a combination almost unheard of in numismatic history. A display of other famous minting errors, including images of the 1922 and 1955 pennies, with an explanation of their value and rarity. Narrator: so how can you tell if you've got a rare mint error like this one? First, always check your change closely. Mint marks are usually located just beneath the date on U.S. coins. If you find a penny with an unusual mint mark, particularly a P, you might be holding on to something special. You never know when a coin like this might show up in circulation. It's possible that more examples of this rare error are still out there, waiting to be discovered. So, the next time you get change at the store, take a closer look. Narrator: the 1989 P Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin is a testament to the intrigue and excitement of coin collecting. What started as a simple minting mistake has become one of the most sought-after coins in history, with a staggering value of $1.5 million. The script will keep your viewers engaged while also educating them on this coin's surprising worth. Can you imagine a penny being worth $1.4 million? Well, that's the jaw-dropping story of a 1999 P Lincoln cent, a rare minting error that's taking the numismatic world by storm. How did this tiny coin, with a face value of just 1 cent, skyrocket to $1 million treasure? Stick around, because in today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, focusing on the legendary 1999 P penny. Let's start with a little background. The 1999 Lincoln cent is part of the well-known Lincoln Memorial Penny series. These coins were minted from 1959 to 2008, honoring the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. On the obverse side, you have the iconic portrait of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a staple on the penny since 1909. The P Mint mark on this penny signifies that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Usually, pennies minted here don't carry a lot of value beyond their face worth. But in 1999, something very rare happened, turning this everyday coin into a fortune. So, why is this particular 1999 P penny worth so much? It all comes down to an incredibly rare error. Most 1999 pennies are copper-plated zinc, but a handful of them were accidentally struck on a Roosevelt Dime planchet. That's right, a penny struck on a blank intended for a dime. When a penny is struck on a dime planchet, it creates a series of very unusual features. The coin will be smaller and lighter than a regular penny, and many design details, like Lincoln's portrait, may appear distorted or cut off at the edges. Into archival footage of coin collectors examining their collections, it wasn't until years later that collectors discovered just how rare and valuable this error was. Only a few examples of the 1999 P Lincoln cent struck on a dime planchet are known to exist. One of these rare specimens recently made headlines when it sold at auction for an astonishing $1.4 million. But why such a high price? It all comes down to a mix of rarity, condition, and demand. Coin collectors, especially those who specialize in error coins, are willing to pay extraordinary amounts for pieces that are both unique and in pristine condition. This particular 1999 P penny was graded in near-perfect condition, making it an irresistible prize. If you're wondering why condition matters so much, it's all about coin grading. Professional coin graders evaluate the physical quality of a coin based on factors like wear, scratches, and luster. Coins are given a grade from 1 to 70 on the Sheldon scale, with 70 being a flawless, perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. The 1999 P penny that sold for $1.4 million was graded MS68, which means it was in almost pristine condition, a remarkable feat for any coin, let alone one that was struck by mistake. Now, here's the million-dollar question. How can you tell if you have one of these rare pennies? First, check the date. You're looking specifically for 1999. Then, look for the P Mint mark, which indicates it was struck in Philadelphia. But here's where it gets tricky. You'll need to inspect the size and weight of the coin. A penny struck on a dime planchet will be smaller in diameter and slightly lighter, around 2.27 grams instead of the usual 2.5 grams. If you think you have a match, it's time to consult a professional coin grader or numismatic expert. Don't forget, just a small error like this could be worth a fortune. Rare coins, especially error coins like the 1999 penny, are a hot commodity in today's market. Prices can fluctuate based on demand, but right now, rare error coins are commanding top dollar. Since the sale of the $1.4 million penny, collectors have been on high alert for any similar coins that might still be out there. So, if you come across any unusual pennies from 1999, it's worth giving them a second look. If you do find yourself in possession of a rare coin, or if you're just starting your collection, make sure to protect your investment. Store your coins in protective cases to prevent damage from scratches, dirt, or humidity. Also, avoid cleaning rare coins, as this can reduce their value significantly. Always handle your valuable coins with care and consult experts before making any moves that might affect their condition or value. So, who knew that a simple penny could be worth $1 million? The 1999 penny is a reminder that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, there's always the chance that a hidden gem is waiting for you in your pocket change. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, and trust me, this one's a mind-blower. Imagine walking around with loose change in your pocket, and one of those coins being worth over $1 million. Well, that's the case with a specific 2000 dime. You heard that right, a dime, worth a cool $1.3 million. But how is that possible? What makes this tiny little piece of metal so valuable? In today's video, we'll explore the history of the 2000 mint mark dime, its surprising rarity, and why collectors and coin experts are willing to pay an insane amount of money for one of these coins. So, if you've ever dreamed of turning spare change into a small fortune, this is the video for you. To understand why this particular dime is so valuable, we first need to dive into the history behind it. In the year 2000, the U.S. Mint, located in Philadelphia, produced millions of regular Roosevelt dimes, just like any other year. You might be familiar with the dime. It's the coin with President Franklin D. Roosevelt's face on it. And of course, 2000 was no different. In total, the Philadelphia Mint churned out 2.4 billion dimes that year. That's right, billions of them, making it one of the most common coins in circulation. But within those billions, there's something special that makes one specific type of dime stand out from the rest. That's where the mint mark comes in. Now, let's talk about mint marks for a moment. If you look closely at most U.S. coins, you'll notice a small letter next to the year, usually near the edge of the coin. This is the mint mark, and it indicates where the coin was produced. The P on the 2000 dime shows it was minted in Philadelphia. Pretty straightforward so far, right? Most 2000 dimes are completely normal. They're common and only worth their face value of 10 cents. But what makes this particular dime so special isn't just the mint mark or the date. It's something much, much more rare. Oh, what is it that makes one 2000 dime worth over $1 million? The answer lies in a minting error, a mistake that was made during production. Now, error coins are highly collectible, especially when the mistake is rare and hard to find. Typically, error coins are struck off center, have missing elements, or might have double imprints, but this one is entirely different. In this case, the 2000 dime in question was struck on a coin blank mint for a penny. That's right, it was minted on the wrong metal planchet. Instead of the typical copper-nickel blend used for dimes, this rare error coin was struck on a copper-plated zinc penny planchet. That makes this coin incredibly unique because it's much smaller than a normal dime, but still bears the design of a Roosevelt dime. Alright, now let's talk value. Why is this little error coin worth a whopping $1.3 million? Well, rarity is the name of the game in coin collecting. The fewer there are of something, the more people are willing to pay. Only a tiny handful of these diamond penny planchet coins are known to exist. In fact, the specific coin that fetched $1.3 million at auction is a one-of-a-kind specimen. Its rarity, combined with the error and its near-perfect condition, sent collectors into a frenzy. When it comes to numismatics, or the study and collection of coins, errors like this are the holy grail. People love owning pieces of history that were never supposed to exist in the first place. And because this coin was so well preserved, graded almost flawlessly, it skyrocketed in value. But the big question is, what is this coin worth right now? As of today, the last time a 2000p dime struck on a penny planchet sold, it went for approximately $1.3 million. Coin experts predict that as the years go by, the value could continue to rise even more, especially as more collectors become aware of its existence. Remember, the value of rare coins often depends on their condition, rarity, and historical significance. The coin that sold for $1.3 million was graded as Mint State 66 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which is near perfect for a coin with such an unusual history. So, does this mean you might have a fortune sitting in your pocket or your coin jar at home? It's possible. If you have any 2000p dimes lying around, here's what you can do to check if they might be worth more than 10 cents. First, check the weight. A regular dime weighs about 2.27 grams, but a penny planchet only weighs around 2.5 grams. If the coin feels a little light or looks slightly off in color, that's your first clue. Next, examine the mint mark and date. You're looking for a 2000p dime with some unusual characteristics. And finally, if you're still unsure, take it to a professional coin dealer or send it off for grading at PCGS or NGC to get an expert's opinion. Who would have thought that a simple dime could end up being worth over $1 million, right? This 2000p dime is a perfect example of how a small error in the minting process can turn an everyday coin into a legendary collectible. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and we've got an incredible story for you. Imagine having a regular-looking 2005D mint marked dime that could be worth, wait for it, $1.5 million. Yep, you heard that right. $1.5 million. So what's the secret behind this tiny treasure? Is it a rare minting error or a historical quirk? Stay tuned as we unravel the mystery behind the 2005D dime that could make you a millionaire. Let's start with the basics. The 2005D dime is part of the Roosevelt Dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946. These dimes feature the image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, commemorating his legacy and the creation of the March of Dimes Foundation, which was instrumental in combating polio. Now, in 2005, the Denver Mint, that's what the D Mint mark stands for, produced millions of these dimes. On the surface, it seemed like any other year for coin production. But here's where it gets interesting. At first glance, the 2005D dime looks completely ordinary. It's made from a combination of copper and nickel, and weighs just about 2.27 grams. So why would anyone in their right mind pay $1.5 million for it? To understand why this dime could be worth a fortune, we need to dig into the history and some very special circumstances surrounding a particular batch of these coins. Coin collecting is all about rarity, and in the case of this 2005D dime, there's a rare minting error that sent collectors into a frenzy. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of a coin. Sometimes it's a double strike, a missing feature, or even a misaligned die. These errors make certain coins unique and highly valuable because they represent a one-of-a-kind mistake in the minting process. In 2005, a tiny number of Roosevelt dimes from the Denver Mint had a crucial error that made them extremely rare. Instead of being struck as dimes, they were struck on 1-cent planchets, small copper blanks intended for pennies. That's right, a dime, meant to be 10 cents, was struck on a penny's blank. Now, let's break down how this error could have happened. The U.S. Mint operates at a massive scale, producing millions of coins per day. With so many blanks and dies moving through the system, it's not unheard of for mistakes to happen. In the case of the 2005 error dime, what likely happened is that a few penny blanks, or planchets, accidentally made their way into the minting press for dimes. When the dies intended for dimes struck these penny blanks, the result was a coin that looks like a dime but weighs closer to what a penny does. The unique composition of the copper planchet is immediately noticeable to collectors who specialize in identifying mint errors. What's even more fascinating is how these errors slip through the cracks. Quality control at the U.S. Mint is typically very stringent, but once in a while, a mistake like this gets through and winds up in circulation. Only a handful of these error dimes are known to exist, which is exactly why they're so valuable today. Host sits down with a display of rare coins behind them. So, how does a simple mistake lead to a coin being worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million? It all comes down to scarcity and demand. In the world of coin collecting, the fewer examples of a particular coin, especially one with a major minting error, the more valuable it becomes. There are only a handful of 2005 Roosevelt dimes struck on penny planchets, and even fewer are in pristine condition. Collectors love coins with stories, and this coin has a big one. The fact that such a major error slipped through at a well-known mint like Denver adds to its appeal. Over time, collectors have bid up the price, leading to the astronomical valuation we see today. One of these error dimes was recently auctioned for an incredible $1.5 million, setting a record for modern coin errors. It's a testament to how much collectors are willing to pay for rarity, combined with historical and numismatic significance. Okay, so by now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these error dimes in my collection? Let's break down a few key things you should look for. Weight. A regular dime weighs about 2.27 grams, but this error coin is struck on a penny blank, meaning it will weigh less, around 2.5 grams. Color. A normal dime has a silvery appearance due to its copper-nickel composition. However, these error dimes have a more coppery hue, since they're made from a penny blank. Diameter. The diameter of the error dime should also be slightly smaller than a standard dime because penny planchets are a bit smaller. Mint mark. Make sure to look for the D mint mark on the coin, which indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. If you think you have one of these rare coins, it's worth taking it to a professional coin grader or dealer for an official evaluation. The difference between a coin worth a few cents and one worth millions could hinge on these tiny details. As of 2024, the market value for one of these error dimes can reach up to $1.5 million, but prices fluctuate depending on the condition of the coin and how many other examples are found. That said, even lower-grade error dimes from 2005 can fetch thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. If you're thinking about investing in coins, it's always a good idea to consult with an expert, do your research, and understand the risks. Prices for rare coins can be volatile, but when you hit on a coin as rare as the 2005 error dime, the rewards can be astronomical. So there you have it. The story behind the 2005 Roosevelt Dime that's worth a cool $1.5 million. From a tiny minting error to a massive payout, this coin is a true collector's dream. Who knows, maybe you have one of these sitting in your piggy bank right now. We're diving deep into the story of the 2013 P-Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin, a rare coin that has stunned the numismatic world with a jaw-dropping value of $1.20 million. In this video, we'll explore the history behind this peculiar coin, how it was minted, what makes it so special, and why collectors are willing to spend millions for this tiny treasure. If you're a coin enthusiast or just fascinated by stories of rare collectibles, you're in for an exciting journey. Transition to a wide shot of a coin collection under soft lighting. Stick around to learn everything you need to know about this fascinating piece of U.S. currency history, and how a simple dime transformed into $1 million collector's dream. A zoom-in shot of the P-Mint mark on a U.S. coin. Let's start by unraveling the mystery. What exactly is the 2013 P-Mint Mark 1 cent dime coin, and why is it so special? For most, a dime is just a 10-cent piece, but in the world of coin collecting, mistakes made during the minting process can lead to unique and highly valuable treasures. The P-Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest mints in the U.S., which has been producing coins for over 200 years. However, something went drastically wrong during the minting process in 2013, resulting in this extraordinary coin that caught the attention of collectors worldwide. A detailed animation showing the minting process of a coin, then highlighting the error. The 2013 P dime was supposed to be a normal production coin, but during the minting process, an unusual error occurred, one that transformed an ordinary dime into a collector's holy grail. This coin was mistakenly struck on a 1-cent blank planchet instead of a 10-cent planchet. Essentially, a penny-sized metal disc was accidentally used to mint the dime, making this a double denomination error coin. This type of mistake is exceptionally rare. Errors like these are known in the coin collecting world as off-metal or mule coins, and they can fetch astronomical prices depending on how rare and well-preserved they are. This specific mistake created a coin that appears to be a regular dime, but with dimensions and materials usually reserved for pennies, giving it a unique identity and scarcity that collectors dream of. Archival footage of the Philadelphia Mint from 2013 coins being sorted. The rarity of this coin comes from the fact that it is the only known example of this error from 2013. No one is entirely sure how this error occurred, and even the Philadelphia Mint hasn't given a clear answer. But in the world of coins, errors like these often happen when there's a mix-up during the coin striking process, and blanks from different denominations are accidentally fed into the wrong press. This 2013 P dime was only discovered much later by a collector who had no idea that they had one of the rarest coins ever minted. Imagine coming across such a valuable piece in your spare change. Once this coin was authenticated and its rarity confirmed, it became one of the most sought-after coins in the numismatic community. Shots of an auction house, bidders raising paddles, auctioneer calling bids. In 2023, the 2013 P-Mint Mark 1 cent dime made headlines when it was put up for auction. The coin's rarity, combined with its flawless condition, drove its price skyward. Coin collectors from around the world were vying for a chance to own this extraordinary error coin. After intense bidding, the coin finally sold for a staggering $1.2 million. This marked the highest price ever paid for a modern error coin in U.S. history. But why such a high price? It comes down to a combination of factors: the rarity of the error, the condition of the coin, and the sheer demand among collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces. Close-up shots of the $1 million coin in its auction case. This sale cemented the 2013 P-Mint Mark 1 cent dime as one of the most valuable coins in modern history, alongside other legendary rarities like the 1933 Double Eagle and the 1794 Flowing Hair Dollar. Display of different error coins, including a zoom-in on features to look for now. With all this buzz around the 2013 P-Mint Mark dime, the big question is, what is its current market value? As of today, the coin's value remains at approximately $1.2 million, and it's likely to rise in the future due to its extreme rarity and historical significance. However, the lesson here isn't just about this one coin. It's about the potential treasure hiding in everyday change. Error coins can pop up anywhere, and some are worth significant amounts of money. So, if you're interested in coin collecting, here are a few tips on what to look for. Look for off-metal or mule coins, like dimes struck on penny planchets or vice versa. Pay attention to double strikes, missing mint marks, or unusual features on coins that shouldn't be there. Coins with flawless or near-perfect condition, often referred to as mint state, fetch far higher prices. Consider having your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC. Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Graded coins tend to hold more value because of their certified authenticity and condition. A person sifting through a jar of coins. Hopeful music playing in the background. The story of the 2013 P Mint Mark 1 cent dime reminds us that incredible treasures can be hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just got interested in coins, it's worth keeping an eye on your loose change. You never know if you could be holding the next $1 million find. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more coin-related content, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest uploads. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across an error coin or if you're just starting your collection journey. Until next time, happy collecting!